And I think we're ready to go, so good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome to episode 143 of the Code Crown podcast. I'm AJ, this is Meg, and today we're watching, what is this episode called? Zashiki Warashi. Yeah, episode 14 of Digimon Ghost Game, and I'm hoping for a much good something indeed, Reiko. Thank you very much for joining in. I hope you keep him well. But
basically what good morning.
That's basically what good
something.
That is what Good More Night is. That is the spirit of Good More Night. But we are in resort mode, because this is hopefully going to be something of a breather episode to take us down a level after how heightened things got last week, shall we say?
Yeah.
That's the nice way to put it. So we have our silky pajamas on. We've got our nice little sleep masks instead of goggles this week, and we're just gonna take it nice and easy. So let's I don't really have anything to talk about. I've no Psycho this week as promised.
No.
I've been off the Psycho because of my tooth problems. I need to phone a dentist in the morning and get booked in for an extraction at this point, I think, because the tooth at the back is just loose now, and it's colliding with a wisdom tooth that is trying to grow through, and it's just, oh, the pain is the worst. Like, I do the streaming over on Twitch, and a lot of the time I feel like this side of my face is just numb while I'm talking, or I feel like I'm talking with my cheek and my teeth, you know? And I hope it hasn't come across that way on the mic, but that's how I feel.
Yeah. No, it's sounding fine to me.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But I hope everyone.
This is you were doing.
Oh, that, yeah, maybe, yeah. Jeez, maybe I should have just used that as my out. Especially since we started Danganronpa now and I have 15 voices to do. So, 16 if we include Monokuma. Good God. Why do I do this to myself? I'm gonna just fan myself down a bit. But yeah, we've got fans as well, so we're just in complete resort mode for hopefully a happier... Tis an all Gamamon poor thing just doesn't understand yet. Oh. Also, welcome Yami. Thank you very much for joining in. Hope you're keeping well. So maybe you just have a masochistic bone inside. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to address that on this kind of stream. We try and keep these streams say-so where we can. We try. Try is the operative word. Succeed is a different matter. Yeah, I don't really have, I suppose, like, if you've been following along on Twitter, you will see that these arrived this week. So I now have 3 different Gamamon promo cards since I didn't get one from the booster pack. And I have 2 different hero cards, but we now have an Angoramon, Ruri, a Jellymon, and Kyoshiro card. And speaking of Jellymon, she and BB Thunder are getting cards in Booster 9. Look at that artwork. The BB Thunder artwork definitely looks like it was just ripped from the anime. It wasn't, but it's got that same feel to it. Which we sort of seen with the Tamers cards, but a lot of them for the D-Reaper just looked like they were pulled from screenshots from the show. So this isn't new. But I really do love that new Jellymon art. I love the water effects in her dome, I guess. I also like her two little thingies looking like horns.
Mm.
Yeah, she does. She looks like she's a marshmallow or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's definitely that aesthetic to it. It's like the art they use for the Tamers. Yeah, it is. Actually, that's very good. It is. It's like the artwork they use for the Tamer cards. I want a Jellymon and Kyoshiro card. Yeah, well. Oh god, I think
Too
that,
much?
yeah, the set. This put me back €55. Rounded off. It was like 54 something, but round off, we just say 55. And considering you can currently only get these cards at tournaments, and each pack only has 2 cards per pack, that's not exactly the worst, considering a tournament entry is probably $20 anyway. Very well, tournaments here are about that anyway. Yeah. Especially if they're doing like an opening thing, because you pay for the 5 or 6 packs that you get to open up, and then you just duel using those cards. So it's not a bad price. Plus, you know, we get more Jellymon Sama, which is always good, and we have Best Boy as a card. So, you know, that's all good now. But this artwork I'm really loving. The sort of watercolor effects, her looking like foam sweets, the water effect in her dome, the cheeky grin, all of it's great, and I do like the BB Thunder card as well.
Dome. So,
Yeah,
that doesn't work.
No, and I don't want to call it a helmet, because it's not a helmet, and like, but she has a body. You know, if she stayed like in that traveling form more often, I'd say, yeah, okay, it's just her body, but she doesn't. But I'm still waiting for the Jellymon art of her going around with her little fur coat.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. Like if we got an alternate art of this and she's wearing her fur jacket or something, that'd be cute. Best Boy and Best Girl being partners, first time in all of history. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. So, like, that's it. Like, in Ghost Game related news, that's all I really have this week. I don't, there's, I think Cow Scamamon is getting a card in BT9 as well. So, yay. Yeah. So, you know, that's a thing.
I can hide my own.
Yeah, I have K-pop. Snooper.
I don't even.
You've been snooping. There's a Sonic meme for that, isn't there? You've been snooping again, I see. But yeah.
My brain just went Snooper, no snooping.
Snooper, no snooping. Oh boy. Yeah, so this
painkillers are.
Yeah, Meg's painkillers are kicking in indeed. So yeah, how has the chat been? Have you had a good week? We have 5 people watching, and thank you all so much. And I hope you're all having a good day, or you've had a good week. Before, we'll just have a bit of a chat and catch up before we start the episode.
Yeah.
No, you know, the episode's not going anywhere. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I had sunglasses. Oh no.
Yeah, no, it
many
is.
things.
Yeah, no, I've been there. It's not great.
I had big headphones.
Huge heat wave. I spent all week thrown in bed doing nothing at all. At all.
No.
Nothing at all. Stupid distracting heat wave. Oh.
All you can heat.
I'm just now doing the drawing of Sealsdramon since I couldn't work in the week. Oh well, that's at least you're doing it, I guess. You know, you didn't sort of just write it off and go, oh look, the moment has passed. It's gonna be fun, like at the end of this, and going back and not just looking at where we are in terms of the show, but like even things like Reiko's drawings and just going, oh yeah, that episode. My strain for drawing Seals Ramon instead of Ghoulish Gamamon. A little bit. What? I'll say hi now that I'm finally here. Ah, well, hi again, Yami. Thanks.
No, because generally it's the a villain.
Yeah, no, but to be
he's
fair,
not the monster of the week.
for that episode, there is a boatload of Ghoulish Gamamon art. So a Seals Dramon to shake it up a bit, actually pretty cool. So no, it's not weird. It's not weird. I'm just teasing. But yeah, I don't really have anything else.
We have no news.
This week has not really been all that exciting. Yeah. So, guess we'll just start the episode then.
I guess so.
Guess so.
We don't have a...
No. Seals Dramon still got quite the shout out for actually having an appearance. Yeah. But I've definitely seen a lot more Ghoulish Gamamon fan art around the Twitter sphere than I have for Seals Dramon. So yeah, I've seen one or two, but definitely a lot. Like for every 10 Ghoulish Gamamon, there's been like 0.2 of a Seals Dramon. You know, it's that kind of ratio. Seals Dramon was pretty cool in that. He really was. I was like. Randomly speaking German, you know, that was a take. But I thought the idea of him just breaking away from the D Brigade, which we talked about last week, and just going headhunting because he could, was pretty cool. And then, you know, he got his comeuppance for it. People mainly draw the protagonist. Yeah, then that's... don't think there are many people that draw the antagonist. Yeah, and you've been very good for that each week. So, like, Seals Dramon makes perfect sense with how your portfolio for the season, I guess, is going. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. So we'll get into the episode. And just as always, chat, we are watching on the Crunchyroll app. So if you want to watch along with us, feel free to join in with that, be it Crunchyroll or Anime Lab or wherever you happen to be watching it from. And I'm gonna count us down and we'll get started then. So have water, and we have our nice silky dressing gowns, and we have our sleep masks. Again, it's an episode at a resort. So, you know, we thought we'd go into this in a similarly relaxed mood, especially after how heightened tensions were last week. So, let's count us in 3, 2, 1, play. It's so unclear. Faction life. So there we are. Just so we don't get cold for there we go. Mike shouldn't pick it up.
Never totally legal place we make.
Exactly.
Hey Justin.
Hey Justin. Thanks for joining in.
Totally legal. Don't need to work. Crunchyroll.
Well, I pay for Crunchyroll and she pays for Netflix, so it kind of balances out, I guess.
Brother pays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, we were using Prime for the Blood Rain movie night. Speaking of which, we do need to set up a new movie.
Yes.
Next evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Especially with the new booster pack being focused on next evolution.
Yeah,
That'd
that
actually be
makes sense.
good theming.
They're
No goggles, but a sleeping mask.
sleeping masks.
Yep.
Relaxation.
Relaxation episode, so sleeping masks instead of goggles. Well, that drawing was a bit oof. Yeah, he's a bit oof, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like that is a majestically drawn hallway, and he's just
He looks like he's from Walzer.
yeah. But he's also got a distortion effect around him, which isn't helping.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Aw. Cocky milk? Coffee, maybe? Yeah. What are their faces?
Yeah.
They're just dots and smiling.
Digimon was hilarious. We need to I can screenshot that.
Oh yeah. There are ways. No.
Resorts.
Yeah. Low budget conference. Yeah, you ever been to God, what's that really? What is it Comfort Inn? They look really bland on the outside, but when you get in, they're actually pretty swell. It's
That's funny. His name. Damn.
Is he just out?
Dollar.
Oh. I'll punch you guys if you peek. I'll zap you all. Jellymon, you don't wear clothes. Well, except for your fur jacket. I don't think there's much to peep on for you. Actually, I wouldn't give the artists ideas.
I mean, it kind of does look like she's like high boob.
Sort of bodysuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Not get it, or is he in denial? That's... Why did you not bring Bakuman on the trip? They have... How do they have... I suppose, yeah, you would just be the size of a child. So, yeah, them having kid sizes makes sense.
They
I
need
want a cryptocurrency.
Funny if instead for his main attire. Would be me.
Yeah. Gamamon turns the dial up to max in your sweet and purple this. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to this already. Oh. So Kyoshiro goes to a haunted resort, and we don't see him with a billion charms.
I mean, they're probably all under it.
Yeah, but
But it would be nice if they brought them back.
yeah, it would be nice if they acknowledged he still wears all of them. This is actually really cool. Aww. Is he being framed again? And Goramon just... Is he standing up in there? Is he just so tall he doesn't need to sit? He's just standing in the bath.
Like this. The bags under his eyes.
Poor Kyoshiro. They still think he trashed their room. Oh, come on. Hollow-chan, yeah. He's really just learning. Oh, poor Kyoshiro. You just give him head pats. Maybe a hug. Yeah, maybe that too. The eye twitching.
Right. Ah.
Black Tailmon! Oh, Black Tailmon Uber, to be precise. And it's gone.
Oh.
It just Batman's away. Oh! New dim cards. New dim cards. Almost got eaten by a huge Digimon yesterday. Must have been a Scorpiomon. It's basically just a 3D album to brag to his son.
Yeah.
Oh, Hokuto. We don't get to see the other cards now. Digimon.
It's fake.
What is with the faces in this episode?
Really just.
Oh, they really just like circles and a line. It'll be grand. Okay. Might learn something if we see Gulas Gamamon again. Yeah, don't be stupid, hero. We ever met the thing we're all done for. Oh, come on.
Did we really need that?
Did we really need that shot? Kyoshiro holding the towel.
My underwear is gone.
I mean, that's true. Putting on an old pair of underwear after a bath is gross.
As before.
This prank was a bit harsh. I think you both owe Kyoshiro an apology, first of all. My biggest gripe for this episode, it seems Hero's not bothered by potential again. Yeah, like I really expected Hero to be very Henry this episode, like overprotective, not letting him really do anything. Oh. I can see Hero not worrying too much about Gulus. And then it goes, yeah, it's terrifying. That face.
wearing her kimono
Under the...
inside her head.
Maybe? Koemon. Oh yeah, it is Koemon. Monmon is the translated name, but yeah. Oh. Died. That is where this is going, though. F2 guys died nearly times it. Hard to sing. You're playing with fire. Very true. Yummy, very true. Yeah. Also, this, I'm not a fan of Hero just going, yeah, evolve, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Generally, that thing has to power up their determination or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
oh no, I mean, yeah, you do that for the first time and then evolution can
But it's
be,
done
oh,
that.
whatever.
Most of the time.
Yeah, no, but I just don't like the idea of Hero letting Gamamon evolve at all is a good idea. I
Yeah,
just don't.
but I just don't like it. Yeah, okay, evolve. And you... Okay, did it.
Yeah. Some people are like that. They don't worry too much about the risks. Clearly.
Yeah, well, Hero does go along with everything.
Also, the idea, like, with Hero saying, oh, we got red, him still not being able to control or control which evolution happens is
He's
interesting. He kind of just goes, oh, we have this one. I guess we'll work with it.
Yeah, he's not even thinking. Or he's not remembering.
Yeah. Like, this is a nice moment and all. I don't mean to talk over the little playing with fireworks thing and the combinations of the attacks. I mean, that's pretty cool. And Koemon materializing because he's been overwhelmed with the emotion that they've given him for playing with him and showing him the fireworks. That's really nice. There was a letter under the ball this whole time that he never noticed. Yeah. He just never noticed the letter was there. I guess maybe because he's so small.
He was down on that level and he was probably thing to
get the yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't know.
Oh. And off he goes. They're wonderful and mysterious. First step is small. Bright futures accompanied by journey. Oh, and he's dematerialized. Oh, Kyosho's underwear?
Yeah, that is a pair of boxers, yeah.
Ah, darling, you are ridiculous. He also kind of went, well, it is what it is with his missing father.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
need a close up on the. Those are adorable.
Little chibis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gifts for. If we do emotes too, could we? Those? Can you use moving one?
I don't think you can use. What? Moving emotes on YouTube? I don't remember if that's a thing because I never set any of that stuff back up. Look into it. So, yeah. So, like, this ending theme is still very much a bop. So next week, tarot cards, astrology, Mephisto. One part of the MCU confirmed. So we're doing Felismon next week, right? We sort of determined that. Yeah, that's Felismon. Let's go. Oh god, she's just straight up petrified.
Oh
The
wow.
fortune teller's manor. Okay, that kind of makes more sense than the doll's manor.
Yeah. There were no.
There were no, well, there were the pumpkin dolls on the bench, I guess. Yeah, not the same, I know. Okay, so let's see. What have we missed in the chat before we talk about the episode? Justin said, so wait, when I watched this, I got confused. Does Gamamon not understand death yet, or is he being denial? I think it's a bit of both. Because when he digivolved last week, like, he seemed to understand that Pokemon wasn't coming.
I think they can.
Maybe. Yeah.
Think that.
Yeah, because Angoramon sort of has to say it again, like, the Pokemon we know is gone. No. Basically, yeah, like, there will be, a Pokemon will eventually come out of that egg, but not our one. So it won't be the same. And I wonder if they'll bring that Pokemon back into the series, and if that'll mess with Gamamon again. Like, a Pokemon that shows up that doesn't know who he is. Yeah, he did take the egg, yeah. Random new dim cards showing up, and we only get to see one of them. That's... Sure. Yeah.
They were just his holidays with no information.
All they were basically, he basically just said hero photo album, and I love that they called it out as much. The pseudo digital world is basically just a photo album. Like, that's actually hilarious. Then probably already understands they are all Digimon and arms don't really help. Yeah, but I think it's just an aspect of the Kyoshiro character that's just was done away with after that episode. Like, we saw him, like, with those, like, it was like 50 charms hanging around his neck.
Yeah.
And then we just didn't see it again. And as much as he knows Digimon are about, he's still terrified of the actual concept of ghosts.
Yeah, like...
So I'd like to see him do something like put
It's
put a seal on the door or something.
Yeah,
you know?
like, it's got to be in his head that not every occurrence is a Digimon.
Yeah, like that's like he's completely paranoid to that fact, to that idea, you know. So, like, if he thinks a Jiangxi is just around the corner, like, he should be putting seals up on his dormitory door or whatever. He never did get an apology for the girls thinking he snuck into their room.
Yeah.
Poor like, justice for Kyoshiro. Both, probably both. No one really flat out says Pokemon is gone. It only just occurred to me this week that Betel is obviously the actual Digivolution of the three, as Gamamon's bandana scarf digivolves into a full-blown one. Yeah, like, I was kind of saying that last week as well. Like, Gulus Gamamon effectively just looks like a corrupted Betel Gamamon. So I think, and because the other two evolutions aren't in the closing. Now, granted, okay, for the image that we're using as the background, it would be kind of cluttered to have
All of
Chaos
them
and
around,
Wizen
yeah.
around Hero, but it does seem that they're going with the idea that Betelgeuse is the primary one. Probably because with Digimon leaders, it's usually red or orange, the color for them. Then, yeah, it has been forever since we last saw Hokuto, so it's good to know he's
And
still
he-
kicking about and
he
still as
gave
much of a
us-
troll as ever.
I think we have less information about him now than we did.
Yeah. He's just
I'm in the
wandering.
desert.
I'm in the desert. I nearly got eaten. This place is actually kind of fun.
Not, I'm here because I sent you Gamamon because.
Yeah.
or-
Well, yeah. Well, we
Nothing.
probably won't get that until they make their way into the digital world proper.
Not even a. Hey, look at me in the desert.
Yeah. Enjoy my photos. They probably spent too much money animating the previous one since it isn't too much action filled. They wanted more. They went more cheap on it. Yeah, but it is a nice sort of come down episode after how
Yeah.
just exhausting last week was. It's
Yeah,
a nice
no, I
breather.
mean, I think right.
Oh, the animation, yeah. The guy at the
Yeah.
start was just oof. He was a quick he was a quick sketch. Yeah.
Generic man.
Yeah, the guy at the start was definitely just a quick sketch. But like everyone else seemed fine after that. Except for the
Faces in the
well, I should
background,
say,
yeah.
except for the random occurrences when faces were just dots and lines.
Yeah. Really want to go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we'll have to go back and get a screenshot for that. And then even the scene in the bath later where Yotaro is just two blue dots and a smile.
Yeah.
It's bloody hilarious. Well, he's the type of kid that also, after learning that Mummymon was kidnapping people, goes to meet Mummymon to ask if he knows something about his missing dad. Yeah, Hero doesn't really seem to have a lot of self-preservation. Like he's not obviously he's not an edgelord. Oh god, he's not an edgelord. He's not an edgelordy kid, but he also doesn't seem to have a lot of self-preservation about him. So I'm hoping eventually we'll get some backstory on that. But yeah, I can see Hero not worrying too much about Gulus.
It could be as
Can you
well
imagine
that-
Gulus turns up again and Hero's just like, can we just chat before you kill me? Can we just have a talk?
I think here, like his mom's off all the time. And
Philanthropizing.
yeah, so he's probably isn't himself when
Yeah.
whoever asked him to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, then they said that in episode 1. He has a very submissive personality.
Yeah.
And by his own admittance, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where one just wants to get it done.
Yeah.
Therefore, when he knew the mummy, Digimon. Yeah, I'll go talk.
Yeah.
Not crap this much dangerous. Just I need to
Yeah, that's
get
fair.
it done.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a very fair point. Very well. Does Koemon even know how to read? Probably not, I guess. Even if he had found the letter, would he have an idea of what it even said?
Yeah, like,
Then again, he is a bit more grown up than Gamamon.
but he's
He's not as much of a baby as Gamamon.
or like
You would think, but clearly with Gamamon it's not, because he looked at the ball and went, circle. You know, the horrified face of that petrified woman is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week's episode looks like it's gonna be dark as hell.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun, because have you guys seen what Felismon looks like? Good lord, like literally just Satan. Literally just Satan. Which is ironic when you think we actually do have a Satamon. Skull Satamon as well. How do you make Satan more edgy? Just make him a skeleton. What if Pokemon comes back and they help him get his memories back? I think that's what they will do. Digimon has always played fast and loose with that logic. Yeah. Like, Savers was very much like that. If a Digimon dies, it'll be reborn, but it won't remember a thing. Until the plot said they could remember a thing. When Wormmon died in Season 2, he was reborn, he remembered everything. Yeah. Forgave him. Like, he probably shouldn't have remembered everything Ken did, if he was being reborn anew. But the memories carried over with the processing. Oh yeah, in Try. But that was because that was Try, and it was because the whole digital world got rebooted.
Ah, yeah.
So it was like, it just never happened. It was the Yggdrasil basically factory reset the digital world 7 years. So that data was never created in with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they because as much as they built new memory with the kids, they didn't get their old memories back until Ordinemon was destroyed.
Yeah. Because
she was built off all those.
Surprised if he doesn't give Hero all of it. Just looked at Gamamon. I sounded like you.
Yeah. He's literally using Blacktail Maneuver to send his son photos of his travels. If Jellymon doesn't have some kind of ocean palace, it'll be disappointed. Yeah, I kind of hope, like, when we start Digivolve, like, I mean, I say when we start Digivolving to Perfect, and Angoramon hasn't even hit adult level yet. When we start Digivolving to Perfect level, I do kind of want there to be some, like, Jellymon village under the sea, and and that's where she becomes Tethysmon or something. So sort of like the Yokomon village, season 1. So when the episode where we first see Bergramon with Meramon on the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, like there's just a whole village of Yokomon, and Biomon is.
I was thinking it was more like Jellymon and maybe Alice.
Oh yeah.
I can picture it just Jellymon happening
when she became Princess Karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, I could totally see that. He doesn't throw all of them. Except he goes, well, I found this little Digimon that needs a family. I don't want to take care of him. I'll send him to my son and some technology so he doesn't get killed by a psycho Digimon. So wait, when Hero slotted the Dim cards, what did they do? They just play the hologram message of Hokuto? Yeah, basically. Because they even say it in the bath, like, oh, he just sent him 3D photos to brag about what he's doing. So if Digimon were an unknown, who told or how did Hokuto know how to put a Digivice together, or even then make them compatible with Digimon to start? No idea, and I don't think we'll get an answer for another 30 episodes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of those late game things. I don't see that being answered in the next. I don't see that being answered by episode 20, let's just say that.
Yeah, like,
it would be nice, but I don't think it is.
We got a cameo from him.
Yeah.
One bit of information.
No, I mean, why was there an Agumon last week?
Yeah. I can't. Explaining things very soon.
No. If he's literally just sending his holiday snaps at this point, yeah, I don't think we're going to get a proper reason for a while. Not until they actually get to the proper digital world, not the pseudo one. Let's see. Apparently that was simply the photo album. Dim cards equals digital world postcards. Basically, yeah. And yeah, for now it looks like the father was researching something strange, ended in the world, managed to survive and develop technology in a few months. Next week looks very interesting. Yeah, there is or not resurrection, and memories carry on or not, depends on the unit that happens. Ghost Game looks like there is resurrection, but not recovering of memory. Chosen Mon privileges. Yeah, and that's basically what happened with Ken and, well, Agumon. Season 5. Because it does get reverted to an egg. And the whole thing is like, oh, this is your fault. When he revives, he won't remember who you are. You've done this. You've broken that partnership. And then, no, the power of friendship. He comes out. No, I'm fine. Let's go get him.
Instead of simply writing cards to the sun and saying, far better than 90% of anime fathers. This is true. That's very true. And it's actually better than 100% of Pokemon fathers. I'm a protagonist? Oh, I live with my mom. That's it. My mom and her cat. Have to do something.
Oh, they probably do, but not yet.
They provide new battle environments, though not desert for. Just somewhere, just.
Yeah, because so far all the pseudo digital world has been used for
Is to protect the real.
Is to protect the real world. Exactly, yeah, and for them to materialize the Digimon so they can actually make contact with it and interact with it properly. So,
Jackie.
hey Jackie, thanks for joining in. We're just discussing, I suppose, the episode and the overall lore at the moment based on Hokuto's photo album that was sent over. So, wanna jump ranking? Yeah. All right. Where is the other? Okay. So let's go to this one first before we start worrying about this one. I'm okay with a 3.
Yeah,
it's a nice, as we said, it's a nice come down off the episode from last week, and it was never going to, or I think intended to top that episode. Seeing Blacktailmon Uber and seeing Octo again, like, is fun, and like the joke about the dim cards just being a photo album that we've been talking about, it's funny, but there's no new information regarding the lore. It's just sort of I think it's just sort of not foreshadowing, but it is set up, maybe something.
Yeah.
So I would rate this a 3. It's taking everything I have not to go down lower than that, because I don't think it was a bad episode. Like, the animation flub at the start aside,
Yeah.
it wasn't an episode I was bored with, but at the same time,
like I did enjoy it.
but at the same time, the last couple of episodes feel like they've only just started and they've ended. This felt longer.
Yeah.
So I think it's a nice middle of the road. So I give it a 3. I don't know if I have a favorite character this week. There's nobody. Oh, did I? Whoops. Sorry, I was taking it the other side. So. Yeah, the black and white that was really good. That was really well animated. And like, especially for that still that we're using for the thumbnail of this episode, it does sort of have this like optical illusion thing to it, where his eyes are moving. Yeah, which is good, because he is cowering. Because he is cowering, which is, you know. What, like a half point or a full point? Can I give it a 4? Okay.
No, you know, I guess.
Are you sure? Okay.
3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Okay. And I need a moment. So, do you have a favorite character this week? characters were all themselves, and as much as
we
the
saw a bit too much.
we did see a bit too much of Kyoshiro.
Like when we saw.
To be fair, season 1 did that with their hot spring episode.
Yeah.
With the whole thing with Joe.
I'm pretty sure we saw a butt in that.
Oh yeah. Well, I think we saw Joe's butt in that
Yeah.
episode. And then there was later on with the Kokatorimon episode where you literally have Sora and Mimi running around owls.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to be fair, they were still wrapped up. They weren't just holding it over.
Yeah.
That was more akin to the hot spring stuff in Try. You've got that awkward scene where Mako's just like, don't look.
Yeah, like they could have just had him holding his towel up, and they went with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went like you saw like
you saw like the sides of his legs and no.
Yeah.
Don't draw these.
What is the male version of a lolly? Shota, yeah. Don't loot the Shotas.
Don't loot the Shota.
Don't loot the lollies and don't loot the Shotas. It's for the yeah. Not without going much harder word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't come off. That doesn't flow off the tongue. No. Yeah, I get you. What are the chats saying? Nami saying Gamamon for favorite character. Octo. Reiko and Justin are saying Octo. Oh, Octo's pretty. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just saw Octo, and then I seen Reiko's comment on. So. No, because Gin Kamamon told them not to give it to them because they're still rivals or whatever. Poor King Kakumon. Or by mixing those two up.
Episode. How do you explain death to a little kid that lost a friend? Don't miss it. Many different ways you can try to explain death. Miles off the mark.
Yeah. I mean.
It's a little harder to explain.
He saw it.
Saw it happen, but it's also hard to now that he knows body coming.
Yeah. Like he saw the death happen, so I don't like the idea of telling him he's gone on a journey. No, it's like when family dies and they're gone off to do this thing.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Or when you're done.
Yeah. Or like with Ace Attorney, they're a star in the sky.
Yeah.
Screw the Big Berry Circus. Screw the Big Berry Circus so much. But
I know you wanna
look,
tell them the truth. So
yeah.
they can deal with it.
If you're gonna, no, exactly, and like, I get it. You don't want to upset Gamamon even further and risk. Well, I would say you don't want to risk Gulus turning up again, but Hero seems to be okay with the idea of Gulus turning back up.
They just went to get some.
Oh, welcome to the chat, Sleek.
Nice entrance.
Oh boy. But yeah, do you have a favorite character?
Oh, the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so much the knife. That it's.
Yeah.
That's using the. I don't want to.
I think that's fair. Like, and as much as it was like an all Gamamon episode, I don't like that Hero.
I pitied him.
Yeah.
Favored him.
I did pity him, but I don't like the fact that Hero was just like, yeah, you can evolve.
Yeah,
and like
not one bit fearful.
No,
or...
Hero's personality in this episode really threw me for. No,
Yeah.
it is consistent with what's happening. That's what I wonder as well. Is it a denial thing? Is he as in much denial as Gamamon is? What happened? But yeah, Hokuto is a good.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah. Blacktailmon? Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, go on. Because... Yeah, that's... Why not? At this point. Because, like,
if I can pick the crows, you can pick Digimon.
Yeah. God, yeah, you
I
did.
didn't even pick the
No, yeah, you
didn't even pick the crow Digimon.
No,
I picked the crows.
Yeah, well, I mean, that episode deserved it. Yeah, like, as much as I enjoyed the characters, like, they didn't do anything that they haven't done for the last 13 episodes. Kyoshiro's the coward, Jellymon is Jellymon, and I love Jellymon. I really do. I love Jellymon so much. But I don't want to pick Jellymon for the sake of picking Jellymon.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know. So yeah, let's go with Blacktailmon Uber. Why not? Okay. And then I guess, and then ranking. Where would you, it goes right? So 3 and a 3.5. So for you, is it better than Chain Letter? Better or worse than Chain Letter?
What I did.
That's almost the Elder One showing up. Sorry about that, and then sort of glitch. It's not a very memorable episode. We got Wise and Gamamon out of it, like when we shouldn't have.
Yeah, that was another.
Yeah. No. Oh, so is it a better or worse 3.5 than Chain Letter?
Now I'm.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. And then for me, is it... Oh, it's better than Bird, which by default, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Control C, Control V failed me. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at these two. I'm wondering if I want to flip them based on our rewatch. But I still think, I don't know if I like the ending of Bird that little bit better than the ending of course. Like these two, like if I could, these two would be on the same line.
Yeah.
These would be like tied, whatever. Yeah, that is fair. So we'll jump back over to the chat.
Say that I have a 2, but I
yeah,
have 1.
Yeah, and I mean that speaks to the quality of the show. Like, if I can just go back for a second, just put this back on. If I go back to my Adventure 2020, like, it's just like it started off pretty well and it just descended Yeah. So it started off middling, and then was pretty high, and then it was blah, and then it got good, but when it was, and then, yeah.
Favorite
No. This is the one where Omegamon turned up, and they just sat there for 20 minutes. So it was like 2.5. It was his episode. He was the only one in it. Skull Knightmon had stolen Hikari at the end of it, but he was the only character who could do anything in the episode. Yeah, 1.5. God. Like, 2020 was all over the place. There's a couple of episodes where I just don't have even a favorite character. Where I'm like, you put a gun to my head and I couldn't tell you who my favorite character in the...
0.75s.
Oh yeah, because I was like, it's great, but it's not 5. Even that one, like it should have been a 3, but I didn't warrant it. I didn't want to make it a 2 either. I sort of compromised on that, but so I think it does say a lot to the quality of Ghost Game.
Kind of where
I
was today.
Yeah.
That scene with the blacked out and steps and all. I really enjoyed it. I feel like that's budget for this episode.
Yeah. So it does say a lot to the quality of the show, that it's consistent. Like, even the bad episodes aren't bad per se, just some of them have a questionable ending.
Juggernaut, welcome to the
Also, yeah, Juggernaut, welcome.
How come Gamamon does not remember about Pokemon? Like, died. Just how he looks.
Denial, and he's a child.
Yeah,
like, he's literally baby.
Draco's puppet being shot in the head as a little kid, but don't understand why they understand that.
Yeah, that's actually
sense.
Very good. Frame here. Last episode, their adorable little buddy digivolved out of the blue and then tried to kill them. The next day, they seem okay with this. I think they're okay with this for Gamamon's sake, because he doesn't really know what happened.
Yeah,
what I wonder is,
that it wasn't.
Does Gamamon remember evolving? And they didn't touch that with a barge pole. But
although if he
is Gula's Gamamon is Gula's Gamamon like Yami Bakura? Like this other I'm going with the Yu-Gi-Oh analogy here, but where he's just this other malign personality hiding inside the actual character.
That kind of goes.
Yeah.
And sent him to Hero to correct him. I see a revolutionary happened. A lot of crazy happening last episode. They need to take a rest. I do feel like they need to talk about it. So, I mean, he can evolve, or
Yeah. Like, Kyoshiro freaking out at the idea of Hero welcoming Gulu's Gamamon again.
Yeah.
That's fine, but I do wish the episode just had them lingering on it a bit more. Like, even...
I feel like the girls were just getting dressed.
Yeah, Jellymon and Ruri were just non-entity this episode. They were there to make the hee don't watch us change jokes that are commonplace in in hot spring episodes and harem shows and things like that. Technically, this was the beach episode. Very technically, this was the beach episode.
Sure we'll get it.
Yeah, we probably will. You really don't think that these animators aren't going to jump at the chance to put Jellymon in a swimsuit and like a floaty.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't think they're gonna not jump at the chance to do that in the summer? Kyoko was also there, mainly because he was in the same bath. Yeah. To be fair, but
Yeah,
like he was.
Gorman was just there.
Yeah. Okay, fine. A lot of the characters in this episode were non-entities.
Yeah.
The episode doesn't really change. If you take everyone that's not Hero and Gamamon out of this episode, I guess it doesn't change. But Kyoshiro had to be there because it was his conference they were going to.
Yeah, and the only reason.
And we never saw anything from the conference.
Yeah.
They may be keeping that for the movie.
The reason Free came out and had a role was Little Wolf.
Yeah.
For Granny.
For Granny, yeah. Yeah, sure.
But...
Yeah, but stupid Digimon can't tell the difference apparently. Maybe keep. Brilliant. It's not. It was fine. Like again, as was said earlier, it's not a revolutionary episode. It's a nice.
Plot,
no. Like, despite Hokuto showing back up, we didn't get any new plot details or hints or anything. Now, granted, watching me eat those words in a couple of weeks and the 3D postcards actually do something.
Yeah.
But until then, you know, that'll be the benefit of hindsight. But until then,
like at the most.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. We know he almost died.
Yeah. I almost died, but no.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Well, the chat didn't. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll pass it back to the chat for a couple of minutes before we jump into last week's comments. But anything? Any other thoughts on the episode? Yeah. Oh, Yami said I did my own on the rewatch, and I only have 2 twos so far. And one of them are those 2s Bird and Siren Song. Digimon Ghost Game movie. Bolt. Sometimes the world turns dark and foggy.
Tentacles bigger in the sea.
I feel like we've done this one. I mean, if if 02 isn't going to make use of that plot point, then sure, give it to Ghost Game. Why not? That'd be a hell of a reference, though.
Yeah.
If we do the Dagomon episode again, but like properly, be a hell of a reference. I'd give that a 5.
No, how they do it.
No, I would if obviously you don't need to go out of your way to connect the universes and some nonsense like that. But if they just did that episode and maybe some follow up on it later on, yeah, I'd probably give that a 5 just for having the balls to do it.
Or better.
Warp time, that's fair because the Clockmon conversion is just
Birds?
Wow. Okay. 4.
Yeah.
We give that a 4. But I think with Warp Time, I think we wanted to go lower, but we ended up talking about it for like another hour and turning our opinion around on it.
I kind of want to go back.
Oh, when we get to 20, we just do the rewatch again. The 11 to 20 catch up.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, let me. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll banter back and forth with the chat as we go, as we do. But let's have a look then at the comments last week. So, all right, cool. So we have 4 comments. Haven't responded. Tag off. Yeah, so we have 4 comments from last week. Still don't know who is the arc villain. Gulus Gamamon. Clearly. Yeah. Until the show says otherwise, it's Gulus Gamamon. Oh, good lord.
Whoa.
Holy crap. Okay, we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. Not out of a lack of respect, but just because there's a lot to cover. So our first episode on last week's podcast comes from Pedja Rajkovic. Our first... Did I? Oh, wow. Okay.
Because you were reading.
Okay, maybe, yeah. So our first comment on last week's podcast comes from Pedja Rajkovic, who says, "This for me was the best episode of the show and one of the better episodes of the franchise. From the beginning, we see Gorymon getting murdered brutally, and then a lot of other Digimon. So Clockmon is now organizing Digimon meetings? Great. Hero and Co. finally learns that Digimon are dying. Welcome to the Digimon franchise, Hero. Pokemon sacrifice moment was great and terrifying. R.I.P. Professor Pokemon. Sealsramon was great in this episode. Finally a Digimon who was evil and don't become good and dies in the end. Killed 1,000 Digimon. Gamamon crying was heartbreaking, poor baby. Gulus Gamamon's appearance was amazing. That silence the moment the evolution happened was awesome. I absolutely love his sadistic, edgy teen personality. Sure? I don't know if I'd call it that, but yeah, sure. He is a bit, yeah. Like, he's a bit edgelordy. Yeah. And the fact Hero didn't want to kill Sealsramon and give order to Gulus, calling him useless. And Gulus killing Sealsramon pretty much the same way. All his victims through the forehead only was nice, and Sealsramon even congratulated. Yeah. Like we're getting a blow-by-blow episode. And he pretty much wiped the floor with Tesla Jellymon and Angor. Oh yeah, he just backhanded them out of the skies like, nope. Poor Angoramon, still no evolution. I hope in episode 50. That is the one thing I hope next week, because it's going to be centered around Rory and her friends. Yeah. I'm hoping this is where we finally get Simbar. Because, like, this needs to happen. Yeah. Again, Gamamon crying was sad, but again we see Blacktailmon take Digitama. Seems Blacktailmon has great importance in the digital world. In episode opening, closing portals to the world, and now taking Digitama. But Black Agumon cameo was amazing. I think if we see Black War Greymon in this show, please don't waste him like you did in 02 Toei. For me, Black War Greymon in 02 was wasted potential. A stupid anti-hero instead of being a killing machine. I hope this Black Agumon will not be a wasted character. Now, whether or not he'll have some evil tamer or evil version of Taichi, Goblin Tai. Oh, because we're sticking with the Green Goblin thing, are we? Or that idiot Nomura as his partner. Could you imagine if Blacktailmon teamed up with Nomura?
No, Black Agumon.
Black Agumon even. Oh god. Until we know more about the Black Agumon, I don't know if I hate that idea. Like, it depends on if that Black Agumon is going to be antagonistic.
Yeah. I was saying maybe
he might be a partner to someone else, or he could be with the D Brigade.
Yeah, we were saying Brigade.
With a disguise, like one of the commanders.
Rather than being the camouflage Agumon, he was in actual camouflage.
Yeah. You know. Then or he'll be a solo villain. No, but I have faith in Ghost Game writers. I hope they use potential well for Black Agumon and don't waste it. This episode was 11 out of 10. Yeah, basically. Only one question: why is no one speaking of Hero's dad in this show? He was mentioned 2 times since the beginning of the show. It's like he's forgotten. more intense and dark episodes like this, please. Speaking of dark episodes, what are the top 10 darkest moments in the franchise in your opinion? Let's get this show out of the way first, because currently this show has a lot of slots.
Yeah. Down.
Especially next week's episode, since we're dealing with Felismon. That has all the potential to be super creepy. But yeah, so the blow by blow of the episode aside, it's good to see that like this episode does seem to be pretty much universally enjoyed.
Yeah.
Which is good, because Ghost Game has had such a slow burn to get to that point that everyone kind of went, oh, which is really fun. So Justin's game commented, it finally happened. Little baby Gamamon finally went kaboom. But I gotta say, I didn't think it would happen like this. First, I'm gonna say this episode was dark. This franchise has been dark before, but this surprised me. The whole episode, a lot of Digimon are just getting one shot by Sealsdramon with no mercy. But I will say, seeing Jellymon's reaction to the knife was actually funny. But one of the things that surprised me was Pokemon dying. Personally, I wonder if killing him off was too soon, but seeing Gamamon getting angry in a way that we've seen before, having his eyes turn black, really fits the scene. And I really like how the evolution gauge was filling up and then from nowhere goes back down. Gulus Gamamon was a monster. He even got Sealsdramon to fess up for his actions, and he's doing it just to be a prick. And Gulus gave him a taste of his own medicine with the dead end skewer. I really love how Hero was able to somehow refuse the attack command. One thing that I noticed is that after the first episode, whenever Gulus Gamamon shows up, the person committing the evil act eventually gets a taste of their own medicine. First Clockmon and then Sealsdramon. Maybe the writers are telling us you get what you give. And speaking of Clockmon, I noticed whenever he hits Gamamon with his Chrono Breaker attack, why is it always Gulus Gamamon that goes up? Does that mean Gulus Gamamon is the main evolution route? If you think about it, we don't know anything about Gamamon's past or how he met Hokuto. This episode for me is a 6, and we all know Gulus will be back. I don't care what anyone says. Even if Simbar and Goramon was here, Gulus would have won. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I know, and I do agree, and we're batting that theory around that Gulus Gamamon is the correct evolution.
It would make sense if he was killing his time like the other people were getting old.
Yeah.
Therefore, Gamamon growing up was evolving into Gulus instead of any of the others. That would make sense. I'm still waiting on Dracmon to return. That's one of the things I wrote down after our rewatch. Was, do they still have his eyeballs? Where are they keeping them?
Rico saying, why does everyone want Black Agumon to turn into Black War Greymon? Because nostalgia. He could turn into a Dark Dramon and be the main antagonist. Leak. I would like Black Agumon to evolve to Gaiomon instead of Black War Greymon. Enough with the fan service. And that's fair. I mean, Samurai War Greymon would be a different... I don't think we've actually ever had that animated. So, I'd like it just for that. But for Justin's comment, it's everything we've really already been saying. And I like your idea as well with getting hit with the Chrono Breaker. It's stealing everyone else's time, and you see them getting old and grey. Like even that girl, when she gets hit, and you see her teenage years and her adult years, and she gets married and then she's old. With Gamamon, getting older is evolution for a Digimon. So maybe Gulus is the correct one, and we've sort of theorized Hokuto may have done something to convert him to a literal baby and then sent him on to Hero for correction. I don't know whatever else to call it, but realignment? There isn't a word I can use that... Nurture and fix, I guess. To fix the darkness within him. Kind of like... God, here I go again on my Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit. But that's kind of what happened with Yubel. Like, the idea was that Yubel always hung around Judai as like his guardian spirit, but whenever somebody would hurt him or even make him cry or even just mildly upset him, like if like he was playing a game with a friend and he tripped and fell and he started crying, the spirit would blame the friend and something bad would happen. And eventually Judai's answer was Aiba was sending a rocket into space, so he got the Yubel card put in the rocket being sent to space, hoping that the light of justice or something, or the cosmic rays of space, would purify the darkness in her. And well, spoilers, that didn't work out. She came back worse, so much worse, and I love her. But
is it
don't know if we've seen that. Like,
because like just the blood. Is it possible? Maybe he something that maybe for him.
That's why he has 3 other options. Yeah. The hero needs to start learning how to control that as well. I'm hoping that happens enough.
Yeah,
we got Red. What would he have done if Kauster Wizen showed up? Fireworks. Well. Yeah, the the rail gun.
Blow up the sky.
The rail gun going off would just be fireworks enough, I guess. Yeah. Digimon, yeah.
Because then it turned.
Yeah.
Ended in an.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe Gulus Gamamon is true evolution. But we just need the plot to hurry up and tell us this much. Yeah, so Clatter then says, also, Clatter, thank you very much for commenting. Good to see you. This episode was pretty brilliant with the way it was handling emotional moments and giving Gulus Gamamon such a grand entrance. I like the fact that Gulus was trying a little relate hero into connecting or directing him to attack Sealsdramon. But while this was a well done episode, I wish we had seen a proper short but deadly fight between Gulus and Sealsdramon. We got a clue now on how powerful Gulus Gamamon is champion now, but I highly doubt Sealsdramon was such a slouch, considering he most likely had to come into conflict every now and then with targets during his reach 1000 kill streak goal.
I'm kind of glad there wasn't, to be honest.
No, because I think it shows how overpowering Gulus is.
Yeah, because he just picked him up with an arm and was...
Oh, he did the Sasuke thing. He was so many memes for that now of Gulus Gamamon and Sealsdramon just doing the Sasuke and Itachi meme. You know, you don't have enough hate. So I'm kind of glad that it was just, oh, he's here and he means business.
Yeah.
I like, not that a little back and forth of shooting attacks would have weakened the presence of Gulus Gamamon, but I think it just added to everything overall.
It added
just
to
having
like
him
the
being
oomph of it all. Like
him just being this overwhelming presence.
Like even his evolution was like an explosion.
Yeah.
And then he was just power.
Yeah.
I think.
And I do appreciate that, especially considering this is a franchise that usually resolves its conflicts in who can attack the biggest. You know, so them going about everything very differently with. I think it was perfect the way it was, but if they had gone another way with it, I don't think it would have hurt the overall presentation. But I don't think it would have had this much emotional resonance, because you don't just get that immediate swell of power.
Yeah.
And then I don't think
It's just the immediate shock as well of, wow, this isn't.
Yeah.
Someone can be powerful, wants to be. That was just big.
Yeah.
I got a little like the other two, so but not much of a but
Yeah. No, I get you. And then Taro finishes off her comments from last week saying, Happy New Year, everyone! What better way to kick off 2022 than by traumatizing both Gamamon and the children at home? Heart reaction.
yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, so that's it for the comments from last week.
I mean, that could also apply their death.
Are they
Explain death to the children
well,
that
I
are
was
watching.
I was literally just about to ask, like, do you think they're using Gamamon now as a proxy for the audience at home? The intended demographic, I guess.
They don't want parents going, hey, what did you tell my child?
Yeah, but Japan has always been a bit more lenient isn't the word, but a bit more. Where's that thesaurus gone? Oh, it's over there. I don't even have a BRB screen, so I'm not even
They're
gonna.
not. They don't tiptoe around.
No, they don't
the
tiptoe
issue.
around issues
Yeah.
generally.
Children, they're able to.
Yeah.
Them death is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else is like, wrap them in the cotton wool, they can't do anything till they're old.
Yeah. And that's. I'm not like this isn't the place for that discussion, but I think that might be worse. I don't enjoy the wrapping in cotton wool idea myself, but this
Yeah,
isn't the
wait.
platform for that.
That lady who asked the town to take anyway when it came out because I heard of it. Teach your child the clown is not scary and not real. Instead of getting a whole city to take.
Yeah.
Like it's, why not?
Well, that's what I'm following on. This is more back end lore. It doesn't up. No, this is back. This is back end lore. Doesn't get addressed in.
Okay.
You're okay. So. Okay. So. I think I'm done. Not done,
Yeah.
but I don't know if Taichi ever appeared in Ghost Game. I'm gonna rate the episode where Taichi is around the 1 out of 5. I appreciate that, but I don't.
Depend on the episode.
It does depend on the episode
Would
itself.
definitely lose a point.
Would definitely lose a point. Do I still have that image from last week that we got from? There it is. Yo, what a coincidence!
No.
Like, if that happens, I don't know if I would love it or hate it. I would probably hate it at first, and then come back around on the other end just on the floor laughing. I would be ruffling coptering by the end of the episode. You know? Do the kids still say rufflecopter? Is that still a thing? Probably not. But if if that happened,
My nightmare. Even the Agumon looks upset about it.
Agumon looks upset.
Yeah, like I know it's just Taichi's hair in front of his eye, but it looks like
Yeah.
he's going on. You. Kill it.
You know, like I wouldn't rate it a 1 out of 5 on principle. Like if it's a bad episode, sure, but I don't want this series to delve into multiversal shenanigans either.
No.
So, like, I don't think it's something we have to worry about. Just because an Agumon turned up doesn't automatically mean we're getting a Black War Greymon, and it doesn't automatically mean a Taichi is going to turn back up.
Yeah.
So they're talking about the back end lore between on. But if that's the case, how did Mikado create on? You know.
Everywhere I go.
Oh, poor Sleek. Poor Sleek. Hold on. Can I do this for the chat? Where is it? I need to add this source in. Hold on. Probably know where I'm going.
Oh.
There you go. Head pats for Sleek. Oh. Oh. It's also funny because Yggdrasil registers the species as it meets the first time. If it finds the species first, it'll register it with the scar. Neat. Cyclone one. Called Lost Arm Fighting Elite one. And it was found for the first time by you. And here I thought Roto Nightmon was a consistent prick. Yggdrasil does seem to take the cake here. Yeah, like, Yggdrasil is an awful god. Like, have we not learned that? Yggdrasil is an awful god. Like, absolutely the worst.
All the members. All with that.
Yeah. Yggdrasil just went, oh, well, this is clearly what you're all meant to be like. Well, can you imagine, like, in a show, like, one of the partner Digimon, you know, is fully limbed and then evolves and then suddenly goes, hey, what the hell, man?
I always wonder about that. Oh, what is it?
Sandile? Oh. Oh, Snivy? Yeah. Oh, when it evolves into Superior and it's just all its limbs are gone?
Yeah. I'm like, does that get annoying? Now that it's like...
It's just a big snack.
Yeah. Can't pick things up anymore. Or...
It's just a big snack. Half the time the universe is going to collapse, it's because of Yggdrasil. First Gaiomon didn't have his swords. You know what? You know what I'd like to see? I would like Aniatmon roaming around. I don't care if they're not plot related, just have them roaming around, acting on their own. The Royal Knights follow him again. Why?
I mean, it would make sense to have Atmon. Really? Okay. But like, for them to see from in their phone, that wouldn't be weird.
After it got its swords, all Gaiomon. I'm loving this little delve into the backstory, the back end of the lore. It's all good. Like, the Digimon Encyclopedia is great for that kind of stuff. Just little story tidbits that are just like, oh, they put some thought into this. This lore always been there. Yeah, again, the Digimon Encyclopedia. Like, it's only in Japanese. Though you can use Google Translate or whatever browser auto translate function you have, but don't expect it to be perfect. But I think Wikimon holds from the encyclopedia, so you'll get proper translations off Wiki. Yeah, but this company is incompetent in clear nor publish books of lore. No, it does not. Yeah, the Holy Teapot, yeah. Makes far more sense in the first place. Well, I think Leviathan is a better AI. Probably a better AI than Yggdrasil, but a better AI than what we're dealing with in Ghost Game. Hard to say, we haven't met it yet. Like, I can't compare. Like, Ghost Game is doing everything. I've said this before. Ghost Game is doing everything that it may as well be the Appmon sequel, but we haven't gotten deep enough into the actual story and lore of the show to compare it and see if it's even comparable or what it does better or what it does worse. But
there it goes.
Yeah. No, that was the Batman villain, wasn't it? Pixel whatever. That one. The one you have to say its name backwards to defeat him. Hopefully someone in the chat knows what I'm getting at. I would kill for a series of novels to tell the stories of random Digimon in various digital worlds and their own battles. Yeah, like Digimon is something that would really benefit, I think, from a light novel. Like, you don't necessarily have to tie it to a show or existing, like, it doesn't have to be the extended adventures of Taichi and Co. or Takato and everything. It just, like, something like Reiko says, something like X Evolution. The Superman villain from the other dimension deals with magic. Yeah, that's the one. The Batman villain? Yeah, no, it's a Superman villain. Because Superman magic hurts him. But yeah, you should see the story that connects one world more. Insane to me. You have to connect it all that yourself by looking at. Yeah, like again, like a light novel series of something akin to X Evolution, where you're just looking at this Digimon story, or it doesn't have to be tied to a show or a certain group of characters.
We could write.
God, am I in a position to want to write fan fiction again? Do I really want to write fan fiction again? Oh, it's been a while. Good question.
Well, I mean, they have restaurants. They had so.
5 minutes Pokemon kind of short style, just giving 5-minute Pokemon shorts like those, yeah, like the evolutions or the generations shorts, just giving nods and winks at some of the stuff. Yeah, that'd be even great. That'd be great. Or even a mobile game like Fire Emblem Heroes or Pokemon Masters, where the universes all converge and you're actually learning more about the backstories from the games, because you've got characters that are X version of this character from this universe, but they're also the protagonist version of the character from this universe. Well, this made me want to finally go work on that thing I planned. I'll go make my second Digimon Connections trailer. Yay! Enjoy your extra work. But yeah, I did see you commenting there that you had an idea that you wanted to do and you weren't sure about it. But if this has inspired you to do the thing, awesome. Right, so I think we'll get ready to wrap up, because I don't really have an awful lot to say about the episode itself. I think we've covered it all, because it's such a because like it is just a, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. It is just a breather to get over last week's drama. So there's not really a whole lot we can delve into. No lore revelation happened. There was no big villain.
A bit of sadness.
A little bit of sadness and a reference, well, not reference, like Hero states Gulus Gamamon by name, and Kyoshiro freaks out like, don't you dare summon this thing ever again. If Appmon ever becomes official to Digimon like the Crosswords Digimon, I already have some ideas, or Appmon lore for Bandai, how Appmon society would on. I think Appmon are already compatible, you just change the level structure. So standard is child, God, what are the Appmon levels against? Never remember the second one. It's standard, something, ultimate, and god. So ultimate and perfect, good lord, there's that conversation again. God just becomes mega. Standard is child, and then whatever the second one is adult. You just change the leveling structure and they're fine. App Gatai just becomes Gatai. App Shinka is just sorry, not Shinka, Jesus. Yugo Fusion. App Fusion is just Jogras. You know, like it
Ignore the stream. That is where kind of stole the show.
a little bit, and
that's okay,
and that's fine.
We were really not able to talk this week.
Yeah, no, I mean,
not even at the intro. We were nothing happened. Let's watch.
Yeah, you know, it's just one of those weeks. Like we talked about the like our Ghost Game cards turned up, and you know, we've also got new Jellymon cards coming up, but that was really the only talking points we had at the start of the episode. But you know, so for a lot more of this stream to be dedicated to the chat more than the episode itself, I think is fine for that to happen, especially when it's an episode like this where it is just a chill out and relax episode. I mean, look, I mean, we're all decked out in our resort gear, and we have our sleeping masks and things. You know, it's the fans. You know, it's just a much more, you know, it's a fruity drinks kind of episode, just to relax and catch up with people. Super. That's the level. Standard, super, ultimate, and god. Yeah. So super just becomes champion or adult. I would say that their first form is child, their second is perfect ultimate, and then the third is ultimate plus. See, that gets confused then with super ultimate or ultra or super mega. Good god, it has so many names. Why is this franchise not consistent? So many. But I prefer ultra. I do prefer ultra rather than super mega or super ultimate. I remember Dogachimon punching me into an island. That's just super. Yeah. Yeah, but the only thing I don't think would translate over, I mean, it's one thing to say just convert the levels and you're fine. The one thing I don't think would carry over is the quite literal power levels. I think you if you want to integrate Appmon into Digimon society, lack of a better term, I think you just scrap the literal power levels that show up when they get realized. That just has to go away. Yeah. But it would just be Gachmon to Dogachmon to Globemon to Gaiamon? Yeah, Gaiamon. You wouldn't have Gachmon plus Navimon in Dogachmon plus Paimon is Globemon plus Charismon is Gaiamon. You wouldn't have all the fusions. I think you just have to go because if every evolution is a fusion, that gets difficult to write for.
Yeah. They could do it in a Ghost Game.
Yeah.
So they could fix them.
Oh yeah, different
Them being
universe,
in
different rules.
Different universe.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, so I don't really think it's anything to worry about too. Like I like the Appmon evolution system and the way it works. Would Minerva and Leviathan be part of the lore? Well, they would. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they would be sub-gods. Like, they would be on the level of homeostasis, I think. As opposed to Yggdrasil, I think they'd be more on the level of homeostasis. And that's something I never want to hear in this franchise ever again. I never want to hear that name ever again, homeostasis, so that can die in a fire. Talk about wasted potential. What was wrong? Try? Why? Why did you veer off? So you were doing so well, and then it's like it didn't. It's like kind of like what happened with 02. 02 was doing really well for the first half of the show, and then it got a billion ideas and didn't just stick to one. And that's kind of what happened with Try. 1 to 3, brilliant. 4 to 6, not so much. Finding excuses to make things work in the canon. Oh, of course it is. Outside of because the plot said so, it's entirely easy to come up with, particularly in a franchise like this.
Yeah, when things are
there's
easy to thing.
Yeah, it's just rewriting code. What? No, that is the amalgamation of universes. I do that constantly when drawing Digimon as cube girls. That you do.
Look, there's if they wrong thing. Two girls think, oh, I'm gonna be one.
Yeah.
Gravy, that's my description.
Yeah. Why is the equivalent of a man walking down the stairs and halfway through starts to get drunk and fall down hard? Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. For season 1, not for Try.
Okay.
Because the idea is when we get to 10k is to do our walkthrough or watch along. Right. Too many video games.
There would one.
Oh, we have to sail the 7 seas. 7 seas. Doodle World. Right. They did release a DVD or a Blu-ray for the anniversary, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong on that, but from what I understand, it's still like for 3. Like it wasn't. It was, if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't converted well to the higher format. So the version we end up finding will probably be tiny, 240 by 240. You know, laid on Winamp back in the day. Winamp's still a thing? Probably. 2020 is a good employee trying to do good work with resources and time, but the boss constantly got so fed up and stopped trying. Also really creative, yeah. Hey boss, the writing team has come up with 6 great ideas. Oh yeah, they're there. Where are all your ideas, writing team? Now I have to fire 80 people because there's nothing for them. Right.
Right, yeah.
I think it's time we get out of here. So...
Yeah. Nice early night.
Yeah.
I'm for bed.
I'm for bed indeed.
We're already
in pajamas, so you know it'll just be a swift transition, but we do got to get out of here. So look, Who's Sora? What's a Sora? What's a parents? Oh, look, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. I hope you had fun with us and with the episode itself. We will, of course, be back next week for episode 15. The Magician's Dollhouse? The banner? The what? The Fortune Teller's Manor. That's the one. I'm tired. So we will be back next week with episode 15. It is the meme that we'll never do. Yeah. Sora, yeah. Hey, Sora, this is a great episode. It'd be awful if Yamato stole it right from under your nose. Oh, you're very welcome, Reiko. But everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you had fun. We'll be back next week with episode 15, The Fortune Teller's Manor. So do join us for that. Hopefully Angoramon evolves next week. That'd be super fun. And maybe I don't think we're going to get any new plot revelations, but who knows? I think we're in for a very creepy episode regardless. So I think it'll be fun for that alone. Oh, maybe. That could, yeah. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. So till next week, everybody, do look after yourselves. Take care. Stay hydrated. And I will see you all tomorrow back over on Twitch for some more Xenoblade Chronicles. And maybe...
I'll see Twitch from...
Yay! So with that, we are outie. Good night, everyone. Y'all are too sweet. And take care. Done.